Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 2, text number 59. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasya param drishtva nivartate. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, the taste for sense objects remains. But ceasing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixed in consciousness. Purport. Unless one is transcendentally situated, it is not possible to cease from sense enjoyment. The process of restriction from sense enjoyment by rules and regulations is something like restricting a diseased person from certain types of eatables. The patient, however, neither likes such restrictions nor loses his taste for eatables. Similarly, sense restriction by some spiritual process like Ashtanga Yoga in the matter of yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, etc., is recommended for less intelligent persons who have no better knowledge. But one who has tasted the beauty of the Supreme Lord Krishna in the course of his advancement in Krishna consciousness no longer has a taste for dead material things. Therefore, restrictions are there for the less intelligent neophytes in the spiritual advancement of life, but such restrictions are only good until one actually has a taste for Krishna consciousness. When one is actually Krishna conscious, he automatically loses his taste for pale things. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. It's a very important verse for us for a simple reason that by restricting our senses, we are not losing the taste for those sense objects. It's just, not indulging in it. So this verse is actually giving us a formula by which we can experience higher taste. And to do that, Krishna is telling Arjuna that one has to be transcendentally situated. You see, in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we will learn the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance, right? But the suggestion is to go even beyond goodness, which is transcendental level, which is pure goodness. And for that, one has to be fixed in consciousness, not dilly-dally, not casually. Then one will experience higher taste. You see, a very nice example Srila Prabhupada gives is, if the child is, playing in mud and wants to eat mud and he starts eating mud. Now, if the mother is going to say, don't eat, stop eating, please don't eat, the child is not going to really, follow that instruction unless a higher taste is given to the child. Give a lollipop to the child and immediately the child will give up eating mud. So this is how we have to train our mind and senses also to give up the lower taste so that we can experience higher taste. For that, Krishna says sense control is very essential. And by sense control, we will be transcendently situated. Only then we will experience higher taste. Otherwise, it is not possible to experience higher taste at all. So from here, we can learn that regulation is important. And Srila Prabhupada in his purport is giving us a nice example. Say, for instance, someone is diseased. Say, for instance, I have diabetes, right? So that is a disease. Now, I need to follow certain diet restrictions, like I cannot eat sugar, rice, potatoes, etc. Following that diet. And along with that, I need to exercise also. So what is my goal? To get rid of my disease, which is diabetes. Now, to do that, I need to control my senses. I think everybody loves sugar. Everybody likes to eat sweets and sweetmeats. So, but if the disease is there, then I must learn how to control it, how to control that diet, how to control my urges, how to control my senses. Then I will be able to resume good health, completely cure myself of that disease. So that is what Krishna is explaining in this verse, that we need to control our senses, for which we need to follow rules and regulations. Just like I always give example, when we are driving on the road, we need to follow those traffic rules. If we don't, then there's going to be an accident and definitely a penalty. So similarly, for this human form of life, Bhagavad Gita gives us the rules and regulations to follow. For instance, one of the rule is to observe a fast every 2 weeks. That is twice a month. Now, this is the spiritual side, but let's look at the material side, which is this human body. Actually, this human body also needs rest every fortnight. Rest the digestive system so that it can start functioning better or properly. Excuse me. So if one wants to be healthy, one has to follow certain rules. Similarly, if one wants to be transcendentally situated, then also one needs to follow certain rules and regulations. But the choice is ours. We choose. It is our body, it is our mind, our senses. So we make the choice. Do I want higher taste, or I'm happy with the lower taste in this life? So what is the process to control the senses? Senses are like wild horses. They keep running here, there, everywhere. How to control them? It's better to give them a better engagement. Senses need engagement. So we have the choice. We give them lower engagement or higher engagement. So that we can understand with the help of knowledge. Now, Bhagavad Gita is considered like a spiritual science because it teaches us how to become self-realized. So to do that, we need to understand the Bhagavad Gita, take on the knowledge and understand what is good for the senses and what is not good for the senses. It's like giving fuel to the senses. Just like we put fuel in our car, similarly, the fuel is needed for the senses also. And in fact, the summary of the Vedic literatures is Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavad Gita is considered an owner's manual for this human form of life. So if we can understand the Bhagavad Gita, understand the rules and regulations, understand the restrictions, then we will be able to experience the higher taste, right? So sense restriction is necessary if one wants to advance spiritually. Now, Krishna says in this verse that we read today that the taste for sense object will remain. For instance, I have what is that? Yellow fever, jaundice, right? So if I have this disease called jaundice, anything that I eat doesn't taste good at all because the taste is lost because of that disease. Even sugarcane juice does not taste sweet at all. Why? Because the tongue is diseased. There is a disease in the body, right? But that doesn't mean the taste for sweet things is gone. No, the taste remains, is just for a period of time we are not able to experience it. So Krishna says the taste for sense objects will remain, but the senses need to be restricted so that one can experience higher taste. And happiness in spirituality actually is permanent. It's not that it's there today and not there tomorrow. But in this material world, we have noticed that when we are happy, it's not necessary that we are happy all the time. That happiness has a beginning and it has an end. Why? Because we have not experienced higher taste. Just like I gave example of the child. Child is eating mud, thinks that is happiness. But once the child gets a lollipop, then the child realizes, wow, this has much higher taste. It's sweeter. It's not crunchy. It's not grainy. It is really nice. That is higher taste. Now, in the next verse, Krishna says, the senses are very strong. They are very powerful. They forcibly carry away the mind of even a person who is, leading a life of discrimination. Senses are so very strong. Even someone who's endeavoring to control the senses, it becomes very difficult because the senses are very strong. Krishna says even great sages, they have failed because of agitated mind, because the mind is not under control. The senses are not under control. In the Vedic scriptures, there is a very nice story about a sage. His name was Saburi Muni, a sage who had performed great austerities. He was a very powerful sage, and he had, performed such austerities that he had become very powerful. And so one day he decided that he's going to go deep in the ocean. He's going to stay in the water for a very long time and perform austerity. We have all, I'm sure we all have tried, being either in the swimming pool or the ocean or the sea or the river, whatever. Whenever we put our head inside, we immediately want to come up. Why? Because it's not possible to breathe inside the water. Unless, of course, one is an expert swimmer who knows how to control the breath, but only for a little while. It cannot be for hours and days and weeks and months. It's not possible. We need that air to breathe, and that's not possible in the water. So he decided he's going to perform that great austerity to be inside the water and meditate on the Supreme Lord. So he started doing that for a long time. And it so happened, and he did that with his eyes closed so that he's not disturbed. He doesn't get distracted at all. But one day, unfortunately, what happened, he opened his eyes a little bit and he saw that in the water, that two fishes were mating. And when he saw that, immediately he developed a desire to also mate. And so he came out of the water, gave up his austerity of such a long period, and he went around looking for someone to get married to. You see, senses are very, very strong. They are very powerful. Even a great sage who was performing austerities was unable to control his senses. We've heard another story of Vishwamitra, the great sage Vishwamitra. He was performing great austerity, severe austerity, but the ankle bells of Menaka distracted him, and all his austerity came to an end. You see, so why not control the agitated mind and let it experience higher taste so that there is no fall down? You see? And then in the next verse also Krishna says, the senses are very strong, they are forceful, they are powerful, they are rapid, they are quick. They quickly carry away the mind, even of a person who is trying to control. So controlling senses is important. At the same time, it is difficult. Now, to really be able to control the senses, one has to have knowledge. One should sharpen one's intelligence with the sword of knowledge. This is what Krishna tells Arjuna. Then one will be able to control the mind, and then the mind will help one to control the senses. So now the big question is how to control the mind. So you see, there are certain steps. If we want to experience higher taste, we need to be transcendently situated. Now, to do that, we will need to control the senses, follow some rules and regulations. Now, to do that, we need to control the mind. So the $1,000,000 question is how to control the mind. Very simple. It's not rocket science at all. It's very easy, very simple. All we need is sincerity and seriousness to control the mind. And it's possible by mantra meditation, engaging the mind in spiritual sound vibrations. Then the mind will come under control. That is why after every class, we chant the holy names 108 times so that we can try to control our mind, which in turn will control the senses. See, what is that mantra meditation? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then automatically the mind will come under control. And then in the next verse, Krishna says, one must restrain the senses, control them by fixing the consciousness on Krishna. And this mantra meditation helps us to concentrate our mind on Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Then the intelligence becomes steady. Then the mind becomes steady. So Krishna is suggesting to Arjuna, in fact, to us, that if we want to control the mind, then we need to fix our consciousness, our mind on him. Again, a $1,000,000 question, how? How to do that? And Krishna says that is possible by satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrita. That satatam means always, kirtanam, chanting, always chanting his holy names. That is mantra meditation, and that is the first step of controlling the mind. Then one will be able to control the senses, be transcendently situated, and then experience the higher taste. Now, Krishna is now going to give a series of verses that can help us to understand how not to fall down, how to, catch the mind in the very first step of its fall down. What does he say? He says, when the senses come in contact with sense objects, which means when I see something, when I hear something, so when my senses are coming in contact with sense objects, say for instance, I'm driving and I look at a billboard and I see an advertisement, maybe for a new iPhone or whatever it may be, whatever object it is. At that time, when my senses come in contact, then my senses start contemplating on that object. You see, start thinking, desiring, oh, I want that. That looks really nice. That looks cool. I need to have it. You see, so when the senses come in contact with sense objects, there is contemplation, and then one develops attachment to that object. Then there is that very strong desire, and that very strong desire is considered like lust. Krishna says, lust is not just between opposite sex. Lust is also for power, for fame, for money, for objects. That is also lust. So how is the fall down taking place? Senses in touch with sense objects, attachment for them, desire, and very deep desire, lust for it. And if one does not get what one wants, Krishna says, then anger arises. See, anger arises. And according to the scientists, whenever there is anger, a chemical reaction takes place in the body, which is not good. And that is why we've noticed when we are angry, we do things that we are not supposed to do. We say things that we are not supposed to say. And later on, we realize why? Because during the time when we are in that mood of anger, then intelligence doesn't work. You see, so how gradually the fall down takes place. So senses, they need real engagement. Otherwise, they will get so attached to material objects, you see. And what is that real engagement? That is loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord. That is the only thing that will give us full satisfaction. You see, people generally say, we are human beings. Nope, we are not human beings. We are spiritual beings right now experiencing material emotions. So we are spiritual beings in a material body. There's nothing material about us, the real us, the spirit soul, right? And nothing material can bring us happiness or satisfaction. One may try, to artificially try to control the senses. Oh, I'm not going to see, I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to hear. That is not going to last very long. That's short-lived. Because the senses, they need real engagement. And that if real engagement is not there, then there's going to be agitation. The mind is going to be agitated. So we need to understand how the mind works. We need to take on knowledge so that we can understand what is right, what is wrong, how to engage the senses, understand what are the things that are considered to be the lower taste, what are the things that are considered to be the higher taste. When we take on this knowledge, then only we will experience higher taste. You see, the mind, Srila Prabhupada says, is considered like a child. You see, a child needs to be trained, needs to be disciplined, right? Needs guidance, needs help. Similarly, the mind also needs training. And the first step of that training is to chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now, Krishna doesn't end here. He continues the remaining part of the fall down. He says, when anger arises, then there is delusion. And then there is bewilderment of memory. Intelligence is lost. And then a person falls down in the material pool, which means in that material consciousness. Now the question arises, why do we get angry? That is because people in general have a lot of expectations. They have a lot of desires. I want this and I want that. There's so much there that, when those desires and expectations are not met, then anger arises. Too much attachment to people or to things, material things. But once one understands that this is the cause of my anger, then a person can avoid anger. Why have expectations? You see, the parents expect from children to do the best in their school and college, to make a lot of money, get the best job. Well, not every child is the same. Their level of understanding is not the same. Their level of intelligence is not the same. Have we ever seen, we all have gone through school and college, have we ever seen all children come first in the class? All children, get 100%? No, there are variations there. There's a difference because of different personalities, different natures, different level of intelligence. So why have expectations? I want this from this person, like the spouse has an expectation, that, okay, my spouse should be able to do this, this, and this, and this. So when that expectation is not met, then there's obviously going to be anger. So once we try to understand this philosophy, then we can avoid anger. You see, everything starts in the mind. There is a desire, there is thinking, feeling, willing, and then all that desire starts coming out in words and then in actions, right? So we need to train the mind to come to a level of self-realization with the help of mantra meditation. You see, in the purport of this verse, Srila Prabhupada says that a devotee, someone who is devoted to Krishna, someone who is practicing devotional service, there is no danger of fall down. Why? Because the mind is not agitated, it is properly engaged, and the devotee is using everything in the service of the Lord. So, the devotee is transcendentally situated. And because of that position, the devotee is relishing higher taste. You see? I have been doing mantra meditation for almost 40 years now, and I've never come across anyone who becomes sad, who cries, who is depressed while chanting. I've never come across any. And on the contrary, they feel happy, they feel peaceful just by chanting the holy names. Now, in verse number 64, I'll do only till verse 66. So in verse number 64, Krishna tells Arjuna what are the requirements for someone to get his mercy. And for that, he says, someone who wants my mercy should be free from attachment and aversion. Then that comes to a point where we are back to square one. That means we need to control our senses. When we control our senses, we follow the regulative principles, the 4 rules and regulations given to us in the Bhagavad Gita, then we become free from attachment and aversion. So, and that is possible only in this human form of life. We cannot expect cats and dogs and animals, to understand the Bhagavad Gita, to become self-realized, to control their senses. No. When a tiger will see a deer or tiger will see a human, it's just going to attack. It doesn't have intelligence to understand. But we human beings, we have philosophical intelligence and we have this rare human form of life. So why waste it? Why not make sure that instead of going down, we start going up? You see, there is an evolutionary cycle. Krishna says, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajat ante kalevaram. Tam tam evati kantaya sadatad bhava bhavitaha. That whatever one thinks at the time of death, to that state one will attain without fail. And he says, someone who thinks about me will come to me, to the spiritual world. Right? So if I am going to think about, say an animal, like I explained to you the story, the pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam about Bharat Maharaj. He was so attached to a deer that at the time of death, he was meditating on the deer. And in the next life, he became a deer. So that is what we want to avoid. We don't want to waste this human form of life to go in lower species of life. Because once we get into that lower species, then we have to wait for our turn, go through the whole evolutionary cycle till we come back to a human form of life. So best thing is, why not take on the knowledge about, higher taste and experience it by following the Bhagavad Gita. Now, Krishna is saying become free from attachment and aversion. How? Very simple. Mantra meditation. Because that mantra meditation will purify the mind, the intelligence, the senses, the heart. And then one will become self-realized, you see. So this is how we can experience higher taste. Knowledge is important, and at the same time restricting the senses. Sense control is important. That can help us to purify ourselves. And then there's going to be, higher taste. We will be on the transcendental platform. So when we are engaged in devotional service, then there is no fear of a fall down. You see, now in verse 65, Krishna says that the goal should be that one be satisfied in devotional service. You see, and the first step of devotional service is chanting the holy names. Then he says the miseries will not be a hindrance. He doesn't say there will be no miseries. He doesn't say that, okay, you perform devotional service to me and then you will not grow old. You will not fall ill. He doesn't say that. He says the miseries will be there because this material world is dukhalayam ashashvatam. It is full of miseries and it is temporary. So if it is a place of miseries, there will be miseries. But he says that those miseries will not become a hindrance or an obstacle on the spiritual path. Gives a nice example of a lotus flower. You see, sometimes we find lotus flower in a very dirty pond. It's very filthy, it's very dirty, but the lotus flower doesn't get affected. Why? Because the petals and the leaves of the lotus flower, they have a coating of kind of a wax coating where nothing stays on them. It just slides off. Even dew, that also just slides off, doesn't get affected. This is how we need to lead our human form of life in this material world, which is a place of misery, but we don't get affected by these miseries. We remain untouched, just like the lotus flower, is untouched by the dirty pond. Then there will be complete satisfaction. Now, the last verse for today, Krishna is actually giving us a peace formula, which he will give us again in chapter 5, the very last verse, where he says, Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam Sarva Lokam Maheshwara Suridam Sarva Bhutanam Gnatma Mam Shantim Richati. Shantim means peace. He gives a peace formula. So here also he says, if we understand, of course, from the scriptures I've quoted many times, that Krishna is the Supreme Lord based on the different scriptures, references. So if we understand Krishna is the enjoyer, he is the controller, he is the sanctioner, then we will be peaceful. Why? Because then we'll understand I am not the controller. I'm not the boss. Everybody likes to be the boss of everybody around. Anybody we see around us, we want to boss over them. That's human nature. But here Krishna is saying, no, if we consider Krishna to be the ultimate boss, he is the controller, he is the enjoyer, and then one will not be disturbed on the spiritual path. Why? Because one has a very clear spiritual goal. That my goal is that I want to use this rare human form of life to become self-realized, to be spiritually enlightened, to be transcendently situated. Then automatically one will become peaceful. And the best way is to get connected to him, get connected to Krishna through bhakti yoga, which is devotional service. This mantra meditation that we do after every class, it's like a telephone number that is connecting us to Krishna. It's like a telephone, and it's a free connection. Absolutely free, and it's the most powerful. It can help us to steady our mind, to remain peaceful in all circumstances. And peace is possible only through spirituality, not through any material means. There is no other way. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Harinam, 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 eva kevalam. Kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyatha. Only by chanting, chanting, chanting can one become peaceful. In Kali Yuga, no other way, no other way, no other way. So we need to understand that the human form of life is a life of austerity. It is a life where one needs to follow rules. One needs to follow certain restrictions. And, the restrictions and rules are already given to us in the Bhagavad Gita. And then one will not be disturbed. And one will not have unrealistic goals. I mean, unrealistic, even material goals. Most people have material goals and no spiritual goals. Well, we've already entered December. Actually, in this month, in the month of December, is when Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna more than 5,000 years ago on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This month, very auspicious month. So the more we will try to hear and understand the Bhagavad Gita, the more we will find peace in our life. And I'm telling you from my own personal experience. I started learning Bhagavad Gita in 1985, and it has brought about so much change in my consciousness. So here Krishna is all these verses talking about how to control the mind. Now, the best way, as I said, as Krishna is talking about, the best way to control the mind is through mantra meditation. So, what we will do, we have a few people who have joined us for the first time. So, welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for joining. And I will post some links over here in case you're interested, and you can join if you like. But let us do mantra meditation. And when I in the chat is the Maha Mantra, which is given to us by Krishna himself. So we will chant 108 times. These are 108 beads. It takes about, I would say, 8 minutes. So my humble request to all of you is please chant along with me this Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Bhagavad Gita ka আছে
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
আমি
Krishna,
ক্যালেন্ডারে ঠিক করেছিলাম
Hare Ram, Ram,
তারপরে
Hare Hare.
রিসার্চ করতে
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
হ্যাঁ
Ram,
গ্রুপের থেকে নিয়েছি আমি
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. So you see, it wasn't that difficult at all. It is a very easy way to experience higher taste. So please, it's my humble request, please chant this holy name every day. It takes about 10 minutes to chant 108 times, and 10 minutes is no big deal. The return is so high that we can get a higher taste. So I'm going to end here. If anyone has any questions, thank you so much for joining. And, let's see if anyone has any questions or comments. You're very welcome.